what is this? You guys just out here doing interviews with people?
Yeah, we talk about
beautiful
what
day?
people do for a living.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Well, Kyle, I know that you were just interviewed the governor a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, Matt
me
was
too.
there
I was there too.
Oh, you were there too?
Yeah. No worries. All
Vito
good.
was there too.
Totally fine, dude. All good.
No shit. How'd you guys land that?
Fuck you, Matt.
Matt landed him.
Yeah, that's a tough.
No
it's
shit.
tough one to
Yeah,
ego.
Matt's got a cousin who's was with the governor.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, it's a lie. I know. Just they emailed us and we had them come on.
Yeah,
we
that's a
talked to their HR department and they got us going. But so
Lower
are you
Marion's very own.
in HR?
Yes.
I'm very curious about like when you're recruiting these people. Are you having like kind of an interview with them as you're onboarding them and you're like, this guy's a fucking idiot, or do you, for the most part, feel optimistic about these folks?
It's
and keep it a
very,
beam.
it's very much it's a mixed bag.
You ever let a slow one slide through?
Do I ever let a slow one slide through? Listen, not by my choice.
Okay, nice.
Not by my choice.
Hey,
just
they have rights too.
just edit out my employer. They might see
Yeah,
this.
we'll cut that.
I'll cut the employer.
But I mean, I deal with people that like I deal with people that like I didn't know that I had to like go to my physical and do like a drug screening for this job. I'm like, you work at a freaking hospital.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I deal with people that like they're still like bamboozled that they have to like actually do stuff. Like
Sure.
to actually like once they are offered the job, they got to do stuff.
Yeah.
Like before they even start, they got to go to like a drug screen. They got to do a
Yeah.
background check. I got people like, why do I have to fill out a background check? And like I think you guys can take my word on this. Like, I'm a pretty good guy.
I like that handshake deal.
And those
Yeah,
are
handshake
people
deal,
like fucking like Gay Pete. Like,
Pete's the one
don't
coming
look
in.
into me, please.
Yeah, like, oh, I mean, like there's people like I remember. I guess I shouldn't say this again. Like get it out of my.
Oh,
employer.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Like I was like if we did a background check on someone and they were like, oh yeah, like I'm kind of hesitant. Like, are they gonna look like within the last like 7 years? I'm like, wow. And it turns out like 5 years ago they like beat someone with a belt.
Yeah, yeah, that's
And they
always
told
gonna
me,
happen.
and they told me about, and then they told me about it after it came back, and I was like, well, let me ask the manager if they're going to be okay with this. But I already you already know, like
It's already a no.
That's a no-go?
like that's a no-go.
What are
But-
some things like on a background check? Is there anything crazy that you've ever seen that you're like, you know what, we can get this passed. We can pass this through.
Yeah.
Well,
Like a DUI? Like a DUI
No.
is a no-go?
yeah, no one cares about DUIs.
Okay, good.
No, nice.
Oh fuck yeah!
Fuck yeah,
No one
dude.
cares about DUIs.
I have a resume if you want to take a look at it then.
Unless you got like 7 DUIs, like you're in the clear.
Yeah.
Like we've hired people like, well, not at this job. At my old job, I was a recruiter with like an agency. We've hired people with like 4 DUIs. At what point like do you kind of lose your license forever? I think after like the 3rd one, you're probably like, I don't think we can trust you.
It depends what state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
I think Mook having an answer right away.
It does.
It's really
Because in
state by
Bama,
state.
if you have 7, it's like a sign of respect.
Yeah, true.
That's true. You're the governor.
Yeah.
Maybe in maybe in Pennsylvania, maybe out in like Lebanon or something, you could
Yeah.
probably get like that's probably a sign of respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the craziest thing that I ever saw while I was just working, not at my current employer, at my previous employer, was we were hiring someone for like, I think it was like he was supposed to work in like a lab or something. And we did his background check, and I asked him, well, first I asked him like, hey, we're about to run your background check. Like, is there anything you want to disclose ahead of time that might come up? He was like, yeah, I went to jail for murder.
Okay, yeah, one of those old, yeah.
He was like, I killed like a 14-year-old.
Oh.
I was like,
okay.
Oh. Well, he was like, do you think that's going to disqualify me from the job? I was like, let me ask.
It's hard to tell the murderer no, dude. That's a tough no to give.
You've got a great bedside manner.
Yeah.
Check with my boss if murder is chill.
Well, was it a Con Air situation or no?
He said like, oh, yeah, like I
We're talking like a DUI? Was it like, or like we're like,
no, like killed.
yeah,
like
killed. Okay.
Like
All right.
intention.
What is he doing on the streets? Why is he out and free?
I guess it was like third degree or whatever.
Got it.
Okay. Oh, that's not too bad. Okay.
You don't believe in second chances?
You don't, I mean, I do, but I mean,
Evidently so. I mean, this is-
I do, but like as soon as he told me that, I was like, yeah, this is probably not going to work out. But
Yeah.
again, it's at the employer's discretion. See, he sounded like the most professional guy ever on
Yeah.
the phone. I was like, you went away for murder?
yeah, those guys
Yeah.
are pretty strategic. I can see.
Maybe he was in the military.
Yeah,
I think
that's all-
murder is a good line because if you have 13 DUIs in Texas, they call that like a bar mitzvah. You know?
That's right.
It's like murder should be like a one-strike policy. I think DUIs, you get a couple mulligans. And you're fine.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's totally right.
I do like that you guys let DUIs pass because I know some places that are like they just stick their nose up at DUIs,
I mean-
and I don't think so.
I don't think it's that bad. Like,
No.
I'm from Delco originally. Like half the population's got a DUI.
Let's make DUIs casual again.
Let's make DUIs mandatory.
Mandatory.
Mandatory and random.
Everyone's got to do it.
And this is
everyone's gotta
coming
do it
straight
at least
from
once.
HR.